Hey there everyone, today we're going to be talking about some more Dragon Quest monsters, first briefly reviewing the new monster trailer Square Enix dropped yesterday that looked pretty awesome, showing some brand new monsters to the franchise to us, and after that I also want to chat a bit about the state of Dragon Quest monsters, or rather about the question if the game is looking like it's going to be a hit or more of a disappointment. It's somewhat of a debated topic recently that I've seen in a few places, but I don't think its success is that unpredictable. So first of all, the new trailer, I've been pretty happy about it myself, as seeing more social media posts from Dragon Quest and also Square Enix is a pretty big deal. And they've been properly narrated as well in the new fashion we could see in the recent titles, which to me again seems like an important hint to make notes of. Anyway, focusing more on the trailer itself for now, they introduced a couple of new monsters we'll see in the Dark Prince. First, the Gunage Goody, a choco slime stuck in pastry, and what can I say here really? More slimes are not exactly a surprise in Dragon Quest, but they are always very welcome. And the Gunage Goody will be found somewhere in the Circle of Indulgence, of course, one of Nidaria's realms. Where else can really this pastry hide in a world full of sweets? It also seems this trailer tried to keep its focus to this realm specifically, so there might be other trailers for the other ones. And all the monsters showcased here are somewhat fitting into this world, the next one being the hilarious Crocobugle dude that reminds me awfully of Dragon Quest X's Death Maestros, just a lot cuter. And judging from the video and their theme in general, they will likely be heavily status element centric monsters. The big question is if they also get some unique cool traits that give them additional bonuses, in which case they could be pretty powerful. Now, if the Gunage Goody wasn't enough to satisfy your slimy needs, the glorious King Jester slime is also set to debut in the Dark Prince, a variation of the Dark King slime, though not much is known about this one. But I personally love the white recolored version of it, and it fits it really well compared to the Dark King slime's original look. Now the next one takes the cake for me, as this chef-looking demon gentleman has been localized as none other than the Sugar Baddie. Dragon Quest once again proving to be one of the best in terms of localization is just brilliant, and the monster itself is also looking quite formidable, as they specifically highlighted it doing stuns, and them having a critical strike on a stunned monster, potentially hinting towards a trait for a guaranteed crit, which looks really powerful. Finally, they also reintroduced the brand new vegan Dragora, a lot of people's favorite already. Granted, this one doesn't fit into the Circle of Indulgence, it's more of a starter monster, but again, with great overall design and localization. The trailer was really fun to watch and listen to, so if you haven't done so yet, make sure to check it out. But with that said, it's time to get to the second part of this video. Let's talk about expectations from the Dark Prince. So like I said at the start, there are many conversations about the next Dragon Quest monsters, considering it's a pretty big title that also releases worldwide for a change, and it's being picked up by quite a lot of people in the news, more notably a lot of Pokemon fans and also creators who might have been a bit disillusioned by the last Pokemon entry and are waiting for something new to sink their teeth into, and this game might just be that. On the other hand, there are also quite a few complaints about the Dark Prince, based on the demo at least, that the performance of the game leaves a lot to be desired, considering it's 30 FPS only with a lot of dips and locations, so definitely not a smooth experience. And on top of it, compared to the previous Dragon Quest titles, even the smaller ones, its graphics are, well, very dated, let's be honest. Even if I don't personally care about that stuff, it's very out of date and a lot of people definitely dislike that. Apart from those issues, I have some personal gripes with the writing in the demo, which is very early in the game, so can't really judge much based on that. But all in all, the rest of the game was really fun and entertaining, and it was just a demo. I already have around 70 hours in it, testing monsters, synthesizing them and building different teams, and I think there will be like 6 times more monsters in the full game, with a bunch of dungeons, bosses, and of course the online features to battle other players that they confirmed recently. And I think this is the most important part right now, that considering the last Pokemon entry being somewhat of a letdown for many, even with the performance and graphical issues, Dragon Quest Monsters does have a good chance to break into the scene here and give an alternative to many who are waiting for a new fun monster training game, which it already is based on just a demo, and with all the attention from the Pokemon community, I honestly think it has a good chance. About the performance and graphical issues though, I also don't think they'll affect the overall feedback about it much, as I think it's just clearly designed to be a handheld game where it frankly looks relatively decent. And with Pokemon also not exactly pushing the bar very high in this genre, This time, this could even be a pro, as Dragon Quest Monsters might also not have a huge expectation from its players in this department, but again, graphics and performance are quite subjective and we'll just have to see how people react to it, but with the game focusing around lots of grinding and idle time, I think Monsters will be just fine. Now for the quality of the game itself, I can only speak of the demo and its gameplay, but what makes me very optimistic and think the full game will be quite a lot of fun is the fact that if anyone asks me the question what I think Square Enix does the worst usually, my answer would be advertising. They sometimes just straight up don't advertise their new titles, even big ones, and let them release without even a single tweet on social media, unless it's Final Fantasy of course, which is something I really don't understand. Regardless, this time around, we are still a month away from Dragon Quest Monsters, and they've been pretty active with their social media coverage of it. They already released multiple trailers that have been reposted on the official Square Enix Twitter account as well. That's a big deal, folks. And if that wasn't enough, Nintendo's social media accounts are also active and keep posting about it to a very large audience too. You might ask now, okay, but why does all of this matter? Well, for me there are two options here. The easy and disappointing answer is that they just have a contract with Nintendo and they have to push advertisements for it. That's simple. Or the second answer, which I like a lot more and find it more plausible too, is that Dragon Quest Monsters is a huge franchise in Japan, it likely has very high expectations from players, and with the increased social media presence around it from Square Enix and Nintendo, I'm starting to think they also have very high expectations from it, and all of this push for the game could mean that there is a great product behind it all, which is exactly what everyone wants right now, and if we get it, it could be a big push for the whole Dragon Quest franchise. Of course, this is still all speculation on my part, but recently we've been seeing increased activity on Dragon Quest's front, and my gut tells me that 2024 might be the year of Dragon Quest here in the West, with multiple titles already announced and probably close to more reveals, and there might be some big campaigns Square could push based on some of their announcements and recent reports from even the CEO, and with how big of a title Dragon Quest Monsters is in Japan, this game might be where it all starts, especially if it can draw in a huge crowd from Pokemon. So what do you think? Dragon Quest Monsters is about to release on the 1st of December, with well over 500 monsters available in the full game, online features already announced, and with a bunch of quality of life and other endgame content teased to us, and with the current climate in the monster training genre, I really think this could be a big one. But leave a comment below about what you think of Dragon Quest Monsters so far. Will it be a hit, a disappointment, or just another average title release? Let us know and let's talk. Once the game releases, I will be creating a lot of guides and videos next to the already existing ones you can check out. So if you like Dragon Quest, leave a like and subscribe. Thank you for watching this video, everyone. That's it for today. Hope you enjoyed it. Have a wonderful night, and I'll see you the next time.